Well, we're in about week 5 of a national lockdown here in America due to COVID 19, aka the coronavirus. And the president of the United States, Donald Trump, basically just had a mental meltdown on his daily press conferences. It was a trip, man. You know, Donald Trump is an entertainer. That's his claim to fame. He started in real estate, but his real money making and real claim to fame is advertisement and entertaining. The show The Apprentice, etc. And he's very much a prideful, authoritarian. Like it's like a old school dad that he's the boss and no one questions him. But here in America, we have a free press, and you can question the president or anyone else, and it's our First Amendment constitutional right, which is a blessing, even though there's a lot of news that is biased and opinionated, and they're corporation driven. They also are there and ask good questions at times. And basically today he snapped, and he ran like this ad in this doctored ad, like just say that he was doing a great job, because he can never say, like, you know what I mean, he's messing up or he's doing bad. And so he just had a meltdown after that, man. I mean, it's just par for the course, though. That's who he is. Every president has their good and bad. So you know what I mean. But to me, the guy don't have the temperament, man. But it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it is what it is. Presidents come and go in America. The best part about America is, even if Trump gets reelected again, uh, you could have someone else in 2024. And it was the same thing with people who didn't like Obama. He got reelected again. He did too, but someone else comes. So life goes on with or without you. And so, but I wanted to talk about that because it was a funny ass press conference. And that's why some people voted for Trump, because he's just an entertainer. And like you heard Mike Pence today talk after Trump, and he basically puts you to sleep, Like Trump said, like he watches Obama do press conferences sometimes and he would go to sleep. Like if you listen to Pence, you go right to sleep. That's the vice president, Donald Trump's right hand man. But then, Trump's, he's a circus. He's a circus. And some people voted for that. They're just bored, they're anarchists, and they like the circus. However, where are we at now? We're in week 5 of a national emergency. And now the question is that the numbers of death have stabilized. Good to see everyone on live chat, man. Appreciate that. Apathy, I love you. Reseller, good to see you. Carlos, love to you, bro. Free to be me and Uncle Arthur. Appreciate everyone who gives a comment on these live chats. I read each and every one. I go live every night on this YouTube channel, sometime between 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But now that in America, week 5, the death rates have stabilized. The cases are still going up, but they stabilized, and there's better systems in place in the healthcare system, etc., that people are now kind of more prepared for this. The question now becomes, when do we reopen society? And that was a little bit talked about today, and Trump addressed some of it. He's putting together a plan, and pretty much I would say by the end of April, they're going to have some type of plan. One thing that he was pushed on, that he had a meltdown, was he said he has absolute authority. And then they said, look, you don't have absolute authority. You need to ask governors. And so whether he has authority or whether he doesn't, technically we're under national emergency. So the regular protocols of rights and rules, they're not there. That's why presidents call a national emergency and states declare one. You basically allow a level of bypassing constitutional protocol of voting on things. But either way, and that's why you need a free press, because when you're in a national emergency and you're bypassing the Constitution, somebody has to question what's going on and why are you making decisions. Like that's why you never really know what happened in China. You didn't know how bad the outbreak was. You can't trust their numbers. Same thing with Russia or many else. They don't have like a news like busting their chops like they do with Trump or they did with Obama or whatever. But the bottom line is, it looks like, in the beginning of May, they're going to come up with some plan. But you're in a new normal, guys. They're proud, in my opinion, they're going to open up the country partly. You're going to have to wear face masks. Every store I go in now, I'm in New Jersey. Every store I go in, you have to wear a face mask. Today, in Wawa and in Walgreens, in a gas station and in like a Walgreens, a regular store, One time I forgot to wear my scarf, my face mask. And they said, sir, we don't want to be mean to you, but you cannot come in if you're not going to wear your face mask, because the cops were already in here. And they said, if we do not check every person coming in the store and tell them you have to wear a face mask, we cannot sell anything to you. And we'll be shut down, we were told, if we do that. So you either have to wear like a surgical mask, or you got to cover yourself with a scarf or a bandana, because they have been told by law officers, that they will shut the store down, whether it's a big chain store or a small mom and pop corner store. So I see that when we reopen America in a couple weeks, possibly. Now, don't forget, 2 weeks ago, Trump said he was thinking about reopening America in Easter. Yesterday was Easter in America, and today we're more shut down than we were 2 weeks ago. So just remember, all this is subject to change, right? Because again, none of us have really ever lived through anything like this. But the standard thinking is that in May, parts of the country will begin to be reopened with a lot of regulation, a lot of extra rules, social distancing, face covering. They say they're going to get together with a council and they're going to reveal these new rules before they reopen. So, like, are you going to be going to a concert with a face mask on? No. Are you going to be going to a restaurant and having a face mask and then taking the face mask off to eat? No. Look, restaurants and travel industry are going to be the biggest impacted for a long time, in my opinion. So what I could tell you is, society is going to shift for months, if not a year. Okay. And businesses, even though businesses still going out of business, there's no way around it, in my opinion. The market is still going to go down, in my opinion. Real estate's still going to go down, in my opinion, because you're not going to go back to pre-coronavirus. And you're going to be reopened, but like under new management, under a new way of life, until mass testing or until a vaccine. Obviously, look, I feel bad for, like, I talked to a car salesman today, because I was thinking about driving into a different state to get an RV and trading in my Jeep. I doubt I'll do it, but I wanted to know what I would get for my Jeep if I sold to a Jeep dealer. You won't get as much as you sold it if I sold it private, but I wanted a quick transaction. And obviously right now you can't really sell a private car. It'd be a disaster. There's no way. But the Jeep dealers told me basically give me around $10,000 for my Jeep Renegade. And I said, all right, well, I'm just doing the research. But he called me today just to follow up. I called him a couple days ago. And he asked me how I was doing. We had a little side talk. And he said, look, we're really struggling right now. He goes, I'm not going to lie to you. There's no one buying cars. And I said, no, I know. I said, I feel bad for you and all the working class people. I hope that the country does more. I really do. But, also, look, the car salesmen, the real estate agents, the restaurants, for the past several years, they've been making out like a bandit. Okay, they've been doing great business, great money. So you have to realize in life that nothing always goes up. Nothing stays down forever either. It's like, it's all relative, but you're never going to not have a recession. You're never not going to have downtime. Now, you learn lessons from the past, but guys, there's ups and downs in life. So, but look, the regular people are hurting, man. People selling cars and stuff like that. So I still think that I could get a better deal on a car or house in the future. However, there's no guarantee with that. And I'm not saying I want to buy anything, but I'm just kind of talking about how we reopen. Right now, even though, like I say, I have a couple little regrets here and there, but right now I'm just thankful I'm debt free and I don't own anything. I am. I'm going through some inconvenience. Thank God today I was able to take another good shower. I've been taking showers like on a weekly basis. I was able to shave and really clean. It was beautiful. So, I've been living really primitive, but at the same time, I haven't been biting my nails about like companies laying off. No one can afford to get laid off, but it's a good feeling. So this is what I want to share. We'll go to all live comments. When it comes to reopening the country, just remember, let's just say best case scenario, they reopen the country and things go back to normal very quickly. Stock market goes all the way back up to all-time high. Business is booming. Will you get complacent and reopen your restaurant, reopen your car dealership, and will you live the same life? Because guys, it feels like I was just sitting here during the housing crisis and we were going through the same thing. It was a little bit different, or sitting here in 9/11. Every 10 years or so or less or more, stuff happens, man. Life happens. You know that if you have your own life and, it doesn't have to be a national emergency for bad times to come. So what I would tell you is, look, I think we all kind of anticipating some type of reopening. I still think it's going to be very little with a lot of regulation over a long period of time. Okay. But what you're going to have to do is get your life to a place that, I don't know, man. I guess it goes back to the basic things I always say, man. Like, live below your means, try to get multiple sources of income. Don't just sit and wait for life to get better. You have to aggressively go after life, man. And I'm thankful. I was thinking about that today. I'm thankful that the past 3 years I spent time in Florida. I would think about that. Like, if I was waiting to sell my house and waiting to go to Florida, I would be very upset right now. So, like everything else, it wakes you up in life, man. So just remember, whatever the CDC guidelines are going to be to reopen the country, whatever Trump says, obviously follow what you need to follow as far as rules and regulations, but you have another opportunity, and you don't get infinity. You have another opportunity to reopen your life to how you want to live, in the state you want to live, in the relationship you want to live, in the health condition you want to live. Because even for the coronavirus, a lot of people, I thank God that I wasn't obese when the coronavirus hit. In 10 years ago, I was obese. Okay. And I would have been high. I would still been young enough, but I would still been in the higher risk pool of people. So guys, if you're obese right now, or if you're drinking too much, smoking too much, now's the time. Get your shit together. If you want, like some people say to me, this is very important to me. I hope some people still listening. Some people say, Sam, I have a drink at the end of the day to take off my edge, to take the edge of life off. Some people say the same thing with smoking weed. Now it's illegal. And I used to drink alcohol when I was younger, and I smoked weed when I was younger, when it was illegal. Like, just like on the young stuff, not like crazy, like addicted. But what I learned in life and getting stuff done and really reopening your life, you got to have that edge. That edge actually gives you the edge. And when you numb the edge, when you have a drink of alcohol or you smoke a blunt or when you take a sedative, you take off your energy. You take off what you need to get you a little bit pissed. Now, again, sometimes I've been very intense where it's like off-putting. Like, again, when I was trying to get my health together before the coronavirus, I was fucking intense, man. I would go into work and people would have like pizza and I would be like, I'm not fucking, I would just be intense, man. And I'm still a little bit intense. I'll always be intense. I'll always be hot sauce, not mild sauce. That's who I am. You know what I mean? But I would just tell you that everyone's different, right? You know yourself more than me. So I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. I'm sharing with you my life. And my life is when you redesign your life, when you reinvent yourself, you got to have your edge. You got to have your edge. There's a little weekend plan for you. Listen to some music, man. I walked today in a tornado. It was 80 wind gust, 86 miles per hour wind gust in New Jersey today on the coast. I was walking. Now, after a while, I got my ass back in the car because shit was flying. It was crazy. So, like, you know what I mean? There was debris flying, almost knocked me down, man. I said, let me get my ass in. Apathy, $2 super chat. I appreciate you, Sam. You stay sane. I'm doing the best I can. Trump had a meltdown today, but I'm still here. Much love to you always. I appreciate that. I said, shit, if Trey, I can do this, man. Thank you, Apathy. I love you. Apathy sold her house, man, right before the crash. And let me read her other comment because she was saying something too. I don't drive around all day, Bennett. I manage my day. I wake up at 6. I work 7 to 4. I take a break. I take a lunch, and I go live at night. So how do you have time to watch my life more than watch your own? I've worked for 22 years. All my managers, all my work has got me promoted, has got me compliments. My work history and the people who work with me, and sometimes they come in on this live feed, they all know I'm the real deal. We all know you're a troll. You probably stay home, smoke weed. You're a disgrace to your parents, a disgrace to your country, and I don't give a fuck about you. Okay, so what I can tell you, bro, kick rocks. Let me focus on the people I care about. Apathy. She sold at the height of the market. And she also said, what's she saying in this live feed? I think she might have said she bought a condo. Apathy said, let me see. Apathy, did you say you bought a condo also? She goes, I just bought a condo. I was going to get a roommate. Oh, I would never get a roommate because dealing with other people and bringing them in your sanctuary of a house, to me, is like you might as well not have a house. A house is a sanctuary, okay? Just like my channel is a sanctuary, my car, I don't allow chaos in it. You know what I mean? You see, I put up tough boundaries. Why? Because, guys, you have to enforce your sanctuary. And that's why I would never have a roommate, man. I would never live with somebody. I would live in my car, okay? Work 5 jobs before I have a roommate, in my opinion. Let me see what she said. She goes, I just bought a condo. I was going to get a roommate to help with the mortgage. It's a 2-bed, 2-bath. What's your suggestion on that? No. In my opinion, and I don't want to be, if you just bought a condo and you can't afford the mortgage, you shouldn't have bought it. I'm going to be honest with you. Because, guys, if you can't afford the mortgage, don't buy it. That's my honest opinion. I think a roommate's a disaster. It's like going into business with someone. You know, if you have a YouTube channel and you allow everyone to come on it, that's a small level of a roommate, okay? But when you come home at night, dealing with other personalities, like Trump had a meltdown. Imagine when you have a meltdown or your roommate has a meltdown. And there's no turning off the news conference. There's no turning off the YouTube channel. There's no blocking people. When you have a roommate, they have rights by the law that you can't kick them out. And you get the cops involved. You're going to have to go to court. In my opinion, I love you, Apathy, and I appreciate your tip. I got to give you my honest advice here. Getting a roommate will destroy your life. If you bought a house that you can't afford the mortgage, my opinion, I would sell it. Even now, even if you just bought it, I would sell it because I think it's a disaster. I really do. That's my opinion, though. There's other ways to live life other than my opinion. So I also don't want to say, like, you know, follow me blindly and don't listen to yourself. It's your money. It's your life. It's your house. You about to have someone else come live with you. Nah, especially during the coronavirus. Would I want someone else to live with me? What if they give you the coronavirus? Nah, I wouldn't do that. So, Apathy, I love you. I want to speak to everyone right now. If you don't like a marriage, if you don't like get-togethers, if you don't like watching a president melt down on national TV, and you get so upset that you have to turn the channel off, imagine when you have someone in your house on prescription drugs, on alcohol, smoking weed, and they ain't going to put that on their resume. They're not going to put that on their resume when they apply. You better do a background check, okay? You better research their past. Like I just told you, like, you know what I mean? Me getting good reviews every year of my job, pretty much. I would call their manager at their job, and they better have a job, and I would ask to see their manager review of them. You know, what do their coworkers think about them? I tell you to do the same thing when you're in a job interview. When I'm on a job interview, when I've done a job interviews, I've asked questions about who's going to be my direct manager, what's their personality, what's their track record. Your direct manager is a huge relationship in your life, just like your spouse, just like your roommate. Your roommate can destroy the temple of God quicker than Jesus said in 3 days. Jesus said in 3 days, God can destroy this temple. In 3 days, a roommate can destroy your credit, destroy your mortgage, destroy your sanctuary, destroy your leather sofa. What if you get up in the middle of the night and you want some Fuji water? Guys, I bought this Fuji water. I got $2 for $4 today. So you say, oh, I had a long day. I watched Trump meltdown. I had some psychopath on YouTube questioning my work ethic. Let me get my Fuji water. And if you're going to buy Fuji water, use my Amazon link below. But you buy some Fuji water because you're a little bit pissed. Okay, you're upset. Life got you down, man. And you walk into your living room to go get your water. However, when you have a roommate, you probably have a shared kitchen. Like when you advertise it on Airbnb, right now you can't even advertise partial rent. And your roommate's over there looking at porn, farting on your couch, or, God forbid, drinking your Fuji water. What do I think about roommates? Oh, guys, I'd rather vote for Trump to get reelected than to vote for a roommate in my car or my house. So, guys, if you want Trump to get reelected, get a roommate. Okay. If you think Trump had a meltdown today, and even if he gets reelected, we're going to get AOC in 2024 and life's going to be okay, then what I tell you is sign up for misery because we got another 4 years to deal with this craziness. But I love you, Apathy. Now, I tried to, I love you all my heart. Okay. And I appreciate you and I thank you. And, I just being a little humorous, but, that's a roommate's a disaster, in my opinion. All right, we're going to go all live comments, guys. Click that thumbs up. Okay. If you're a psychopath, don't worry. I'll notice as soon as you comment. It's amazing. Like, some people don't like it. Well, most people love me. So let me know how you spend time with that. Uncle Arthur, thank you. For you to be me. Peace, Sam. Peace to you. Carlos. Hey, Sam. Good vibes, my brother. Good vibes to you also. The Reseller's Diary. Good evening, Sam. Been watching your videos all day. Peace to you, brother. Well, I appreciate that, Reseller. Apathy. Good to see you, Sam. Good to see you also. Thanks for keeping your followers sane and putting the truth. Well, I appreciate that. And again, just remember, this is my truth. I recognize that everyone has their own truth. So live what your truth is. And even if it's to get a roommate, like I just gave you a 5-minute sermon on my opinion on a roommate, but that's my opinion. There's other ways to live life than my opinion. So if your truth is I can deal with a roommate, then I say God bless you. The Reseller Diary. P.S. It's Aaron from the UK. What's up, brother? Aaron Blackman. I remember you from last night. Thank you for telling me that. Evat. Hey, Evat. That got a new profile picture. Be careful. There's some psychopaths online. And they got their testosterone levels all up with this national lockdown. They're waiting to reopen America. I saw there's a meme going around where people are looking at a couch like a coochie. It's crazy. Apathy. When do you see this ending? I see a small reopening in about a month, but I don't see us going back to how it was before for about a year or two. Maria. Hey, Sam. Hello to you. Brian. Thumbs up to you, brother. Apathy. What are you doing to keep your own sanity on a crappy raining day? Everything I do, I have a routine. Doesn't matter if it's nice or bad. It's harder when it's bad because I can't walk as much, but it's wake up at 6. For me, Monday through Friday, I work from 7 to 4. I mean, I have breaks during the day like everyone else, at 9 and at noon. Then after, I have lunch. I walk on my breaks. I walk after work. And I do a video. I usually upload it the next day. I do a live. Keeps me busy. Today, after work, I also took a shower, shaved. So for me, it's just the structure of the everyday life. Mixing in some things I enjoy, which is physical activity, which is YouTube. And the monotonous things of life, which is hygiene, shaving, shower, work, etc. So it's really like nothing magical. Even on the weekends, it's really the same thing. It's sprinkled in with my environment, right? So even when I'm in Florida, it's the same thing, but the environment's different. Instead of me wearing a hoodie and a Scully, I'm wearing no shirt and I'm over there sweating, giving you a live feed. So the only difference is now it's just the climate and the culture. Carlos, what's up, brother? In Miami too, need a face mask inside any store. Now that's going to be a national new rule, I think, from the CDC. Snow Dog, hey Sam, Trump is on point about the deep state. Nah, that's bullshit, man. Trump is the deep state. He's the wealthiest president ever. He's in bed with more CEOs and more corporate people. Corporations own America, not Nancy Pelosi. Corporations. Trump is tied into more corporations than any other president ever. So do I trust him? Hell no. Do I think he's a disgrace? Hell yeah. Do I think people who voted for him are assholes? Mostly, with some good ones. If he gets reelected again, will I get pissed? No, because I'll do the same thing I do every day, which is wake up early, work, walk, shower, do a YouTube video. Will I pander to people who watch my videos just because they vote for Trump? No. I don't think he's a good man. I don't think he's a good president. I think, bottom line is, look, guys, I think Obama did better. I think he tripled the stock market, caught Osama bin Laden, and left the country better than he found it. I think Trump's been in office for 4 years, and basically, now he's blaming that there wasn't enough stuff here when he got here. Bro, you've been here for 4 years. You did a whole term. If the shit wasn't right when you took over, all he did was build up the military. And guys, Are we at war right now with an invisible enemy? Yeah, but what do we need more than military? We need healthcare system. Okay. Did he do anything to improve working class? No. Guys, we got 16 million people laid off. Do I blame him for the pandemic? Well, if I'm going to give him credit for the stock market, I got to give him accountability for not handling the crisis correctly, right? So, guys, do I like Trump? No. Do I think he's the devil? No. Did I think Hillary Clinton was the devil? No. Who owns America? Corporations. Who is the wealthiest president ever? Donald Trump. Who is in bed with more corporations than Hillary Clinton? Donald Trump. Who went to Donald Trump's wedding? Hillary Clinton. Who will I vote for in 2020? Joe Biden. Why? Isn't he sleepy? Yes, but I don't give a shit if he sleeps for 4 years. He wants to lower Medicaid so you can get Medicare at the age of 60. Do I think that's good for the working class? Yes. What is Trump going to do? Nothing. He's just trying to get the stock market back up so he can say we got the greatest economy ever, and that's why it took too long to shut it down, because he didn't want to shut down the economy because he's elitist. And bottom line is, most people living in poverty still think he's a people of the man. Do I care? No, because I worked my whole life, so it don't matter to me if it's Trump or Obama. I'll keep working. Very detailed. Sam, this is a test for the future. The United States has never done this. Imagine shutting down every year if another outbreak comes out. Definitely setting a new standard for the way we live in life. There's no doubt about it. John P. Do you have a brother named Ralph? No. John, do you have a brother named Ralph? Marcy, thanks for sharing and showing up today, Sam. Thank you. That's the key to life. Show up. Thank you. Snow Dog, we can't trust this government to do the mandated vaccine. We can't trust. Guys, I got vaccines to go to public school. Did my mom say I can't trust a measles vaccine? No, I had to go to public school. So, guys, I've gotten vaccines. Probably so have you. So, guys, don't blame Bill Gates. Guys, it's part of life, okay? It's just what it is. So, it's like if we say the coronavirus is real, so then you're basically saying the coronavirus is fake. So, I don't know, man. Snow Dog, I love you. I think you're smart. But there's only so much we can question. At the end of the day, what can we do? I had to get measles vaccine. Should I have not got that? I don't know. Uncle Arthur, 100 pound. Thank you. Apathy. Just bought a condo. Yeah, I already read this comment. I love you, but in my opinion, if you can't afford the condo payment, I would sell it if you can. If you can't, it's up to you if you want to get a roommate. I wouldn't get one. Luke. Hey, my brother. Man, love to you. Right back to you, Luke. It's part of the plan, Sam. They're going to open it up. Then the cases will get worse, and they will shut the shit down, and then it will be mandatory vaccines. Well, again, guys, it's already mandatory vaccines. You can't go to public school if you don't have measles shots, which I know I've said that now a couple times. But, guys, bottom line is, it's the world we live in. So I don't think everything's a conspiracy theory. It is what it is. Norma, hey, Sam, love and respect. Same back to you. Apathy, thank you again. I appreciate you, and I love you. Norma, I miss Trump's meltdown. Well, you'll watch the replay. He'll have another one. Don't worry. Pretty baby, intensity like the Ultimate Warrior. You got to have it. Now, he was a little bit too intense. And obviously he took steroids, and that lessened his life expectancy. And that made his immune system less. It destroyed his veins. Like a lot of people drink alcohol, they don't do anything all day, and then they ask me what I do all day. So guys, I'm not falling for the banana end of tailpipe. I know your life is a disgrace, and even your children and your ex-wife don't respect you. So if your children and your ex-wife don't respect you, do you think somehow you're going to fool me and I'm going to respect you? Guys, come on. I mean, let's be honest about it. It's a disaster. Savat, $5 super chat. I'm all for the vaccine. People are too much conspiracy theory. Yeah, guys, look. If you're drinking alcohol, smoking weed, and smoking cigarettes, don't even worry about a vaccine killing you. And if you're eating Chick-fil-A, guys, you're already dead. I mean, so what I tell you is a vaccine gonna hurt you. Now, maybe it will, but what are you gonna do? It's like if you say you can't drive if you don't have a driver's license. Guys, you gotta get a driver's license. You know what I mean? It's what it is. I love to Savant. Thank you, man. Savant and Apathy. Thank you. I'm all worked up tonight, guys. I'm sorry. I take a shower. I feel good. Thank you, Savant. Where are we at? Free to be me? Yeah, I just read that. Slack. He's an ass trumpet. Pretty much. Free to be me. No roommates who place is your temple. Yeah, I wouldn't put a roommate, but again, each their own. Aaron, I bought a studio flat, has no bedrooms, 2 years ago in the UK, 30 euros a month mortgage, still too much for me and mine, and I make 2,000 per month. Selling up and moving onto a boat, so affordable. Just remember to count all the costs. Just like I tell you guys, living in your car isn't free, and neither is living in a boat. The boat is very expensive. It's a depreciating asset, and you can't maneuver around like a car because there's more roads than sea in the aspects of going to a job, going back, doing whatever. So once you're on a boat, you're going to need a car to go to work unless you're retired or living off investment. So would I live on a boat? No. Am I mad if you want to? No, because I have some viewers that used to live on a boat. But a boat is more restricting than an RV or a car because, again, unless you're retired, to move around is not going to be easy. Aaron. Plus, it gets the chicks when you tell them you live on a boat. Now, I don't think so, man. Most chicks don't want to live in a car, don't want to live in a boat, don't want to live in an RV. Most. There's exceptions. But even if they do, then forget about trying to live below your means. If you get into a relationship, your costs are going up. So if you're trying to live on the cheap and you're trying to get a girl, bro, what I tell you is get a sock, masturbate in it, and live in your car, not a boat. But to each their own. Pluto. Sammy, wish you had merch. It'll come one day. I would love to buy a shirt that says, all right, guys, dehydration break. Love you, brother. Well, I love you, too. Let's take a hydration break to our Fuji water. Is this sponsored by Fuji water? No, I'm doing this all on my own. I appreciate that. Well, Savat and Apathy sponsored me tonight. Thank you, Pluto. Apathy. I'm hoping a friend of mine will move in. Ain't no such thing as friends, man. Hey, man, I'm trying to tell you right now, you think you got a friend till they become your roommate, man. You never know someone till you live with them. Hey, Pluto, we're going to put down a t-shirt, man. I'm going to tattoo that on someone's back. No, you know what? I'm going to tattoo it on their hand, okay? On the front of their hand, like my tattoo. You never know someone till you live with them, okay? So I don't care if you got a good friend, if you got a bad friend, if you got a homie lover friend, if you got someone you want to fuck, or someone you just want to pay half the mortgage. What I could tell you is this. As soon as they move in, you're going to hate their ass, and they're going to hate you. And basically what you did was you got into an arranged marriage. And it ain't going to be easy to get out of that bitch. I had someone live with me once, and they're a good person. I don't want to say anything bad. But it's my fault and their fault. Never live with someone unless you're ready to basically sacrifice your life. Okay. What I could tell you guys, before the housing market totally crashes, or if it goes right back up, if we reopen the country and the housing market go right back up with the stock market, I want you to sell the shit out of that condo. And I want you to buy one that you can afford on your own. And if you can't afford one on your own, I want you to, you'd be better off renting a room from someone else. Because then you drive them crazy. You let them kick you out. Shit, that's what I say. It's crazy. I love you, Apathy. It's a disaster out there. Apathy. Okay, thanks for the brutal truth. Apathy, I hope I didn't hurt you too much. Just remember, there's a scripture that says the blows of a friend can be trusted, but the kisses of an enemy are deadly. I love you, Apathy. Isaac, good evening, guys. Glad to see everyone. Isaac, I love you, brother. Apathy, I'm going to try to get forbearance on the mortgage. So there you go. That's the first step. Coronavirus. I thought a condo would be better than a homeless renting. Well, yeah, obviously it's better than homeless. And yeah, right now that's true. Yeah, you can probably get some forbearance. Probably going to screw your credit up, and they'll probably just extend your mortgage. But yeah, it's definitely better than being homeless. So that's a go. However, guys, just don't forget, you could always long-term rent, or you could always stay at a hotel. Or you could always buy something very cheap. There's no, or you can always rent something very cheap. You don't have to own property. It's okay if you want to own, but it has to be below your means, and it has to be in an area you want. If you don't have enough money to own something in an area you want, even if it's a small thing below your means, don't buy, just rent very small. That's my opinion, though. I've lived above my means, and I've had too much house, and I paid the price for it, and I suffered for years. It took me years to get out of debt. So this is my first year ever out of debt. Now, it doesn't matter if you're out of debt if you don't have a house. No, I wouldn't recommend you live like me. But I'm just trying to share some thoughts. I believe in your Apathy. You're a positive person. God will take care of you, and I love you. Alona, Pluto, Sammy Merch say, yeah, get a vasectomy. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to get that. My underwear going to say that. Even though I don't wear underwear, I'll sell underwear. On the front, it'll say get a vasectomy. Apathy. A lot of people on Craigslist, the Craigslist killer. I wouldn't buy a scarf on Craigslist. I damn sure wouldn't buy no coronavirus mask, and I damn sure wouldn't be looking for no roommate on Craigslist, man. She goes, a lot of people on Craigslist, oh yeah, out of work, oh yeah, looking for a place to live, yeah, lost their job, yeah, they're about to live with you. And if you think they're going to get a job quick, there's about 17 million people unemployed. Now you got an employed psychopath on Craigslist living in your house? Nah, I mean, you better check for that forbearance forgiveness, man. I wouldn't recommend that. Savat, thank you again, brother. You're sponsoring this video. You and Apathy. I'm all for vaccines. People are too much conspiracy. Well, I'm not going to totally blast conspiracy theories because sometimes they're right. But guys, look, if the government's going to mandate it, what are you going to do? You're not going to get a vaccine? You can't do that with measles. I got a vaccine of measles. Dreams about the toothless. I'm Canadian. Shout out to Canadian. They got universal health care, so does every other industrialized nation except America. I've gotten 2,000 payments. You guys are winning, man, so far. America just got 1,200. That's it. No health care either. I'm getting 2 more. You guys are winning. While your country debates, I agree, on whether or not to get a one-time check. They got the one-time check, but we don't have universal health care, and we ain't getting any more. So, you guys are doing great. Canadian flag to you. Carl, I wouldn't live there, though. Too cold. So if you say, Sam, you can have universal health care, and you can get $2,000 a month if you go to live in Canada, would I do it? No. Not because I don't love and respect Canada. I got great views from Canada, but it's too damn cold, man. So what I tell you, dude, in America, the 50th state or whatever, up there in ozone land by Russia, you get a petroleum dividend. I think it's only $2,000 a year, but would I move there for that? Hell no. Hell no. Guys, I got to live in a warm, I'm almost died now. It's 86 miles per hour wind in New Jersey today. I don't even like to go to New Jersey. New Jersey's closer to Canada than Florida. Now, I'll tell you right now, no, I got to ask for reform in America. Carlos laughing good. Dreams about the tooth. Yeah, sad, very sad. Illinois. Another day closer to the end, I hope. Me too, brother. Stay positive. Now, we already know Chicago, very close to Canada. Oh, we're coming in hot tonight. Carlos from Miami. Yeah, damn, I miss Miami. $4.99 super chat. You deserve more. I'm very thankful for what I have. I love your live videos. Awesome work. I'm doing the best I can. Come back to Florida soon. I'll be back soon, brother. I'm going to bring universal health care. I'm going to bring myself. And what I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be playing Jennifer Lopez, the Spanish album. I'm going to come down to Florida. I'm going to strip naked. I'm not going to strip naked. I'm talking reckless now. But what I want to tell you is, look, would I marry Jennifer Lopez if she said, Sam, I got 20 million, I'll give you 2? No. Why? Because then I got to be her roommate. Okay. So you say, Apathy asked me, should she have a roommate because she can't afford the mortgage? If you tell me that Jennifer Lopez, she got a place in Miami with Alex Rodriguez. So she says, Sam, you come down here. Alex Rodriguez, my man, he'll still pay the mortgage. I'll give you $2 million a year to be my side piece. However, you got to be my roommate. You know what I would tell J-Lo? The same thing I told Trump. I ain't voting for that. Hell no. Okay? So you say, Sam, you crazy. You going to vote for Joe Biden? Hell yeah. Why? Because I want Medicare at 60. Why? Because I want to be independent. That's the same reason I would tell J-Lo to kick rocks. Because I'm not living under her house, under her rules. Okay? I got to get the Sassoon spice and make her rice when she wants it. I got to go get the coffee and make the coffee when she wants it. I can't walk around butt naked singing living a Vida Loca because it reminds her of her ex. I want to live on my terms. Okay? Now, some people don't like that. Some people try to come on my YouTube channel, try to tell me I got to live on their terms. And you know what I tell them? Kick rocks. Okay. Why? Because Biden 2020. Okay. And if you don't like that, AOC 2024. And if you don't like that, Nancy Pelosi going to be the vice president. Okay. And if you don't like that, well, hey, man, you're a psychopath. All right? I ain't mad at you. Thank you, Carlos. I'm doing the best I can. All right, let's continue. I got to hurry up, man. There's no power right now in this place, man. We got Chris. I thought of buying a sailboat for a while, but too much maintenance. Same thing with J-Lo. I thought about dating her, but too much maintenance, man. Whatever. Get a sock. That's good advice. Good joke, bro. That ain't a joke, man. That's 100% fact, man. That's not a joke, man. I'm living that sock life, man. I masturbate in a sock every night. Okay. And I'm trying to tell you right now, keeps your sanity. Carlos laughing. I love you, brother. Thank you for that tip. Savat, thank you for the tip also. Chris. Sank, I'm looking to buy one once I move to Florida. Probably going to try to live in a marina. That's cool. I love to you, Savat. Brent Barry, that's my brother from Canada. HOA payments are a bottomless pit. Our brother, Brent, he's a Patreon brother. Thank you for your love and support. Brent, he offered me a place to stay in Florida. When the coronavirus hit, I'll never forget that kindness of him. And I told Brent, I said, brother, thank you for that. I thought that was great humanity. And you know what I told Brent? I told brother, thank you, but I'm not going to do that because I don't want to be someone, I don't want to put myself in someone else's house because I don't want to be a burden to them. Okay. And I don't want a roommate because I don't want them to be a burden to me. So like I try to practice what I preach. If I don't want someone else to be a burden to me, then I can't be a burden to other people. Now some people say, Sam, look, you're not a burden. I know that. And I appreciate that. But how I think is I try to treat people how I want to be treated. Okay. So for me, I have to say, look, unless I was like in an absolute emergency, if I was like totally, then I'll pull that, I need help. But other than that, nah, I'll figure it out. Thank you, brother. Damn it, Canada's in the house strong tonight. Charles from Canada. Rock on, brother. Damn it, rock emoji to you, brother. Shout out to Canada. Someone put the Canada flag right there. Because they're getting $2,000 a month. They got universal health care, and they got Brent, good guy. And I'm trying to tell you right now, thank you, Charles. Love to you, brother. Shout out to Canada. CA's in the house, man. If it wasn't for the weather, I would be up there with you. But I'm going back down with Carlos, man. And I'm gonna be on fire tonight. All right, let's continue. Thank you, guys. Where are we at? I read Brent's comment. Thank you, brother. Chris, I prefer squatting so much abandoned properties. See, Chris may move in with apathy, and he ain't gonna leave easy. It's hard to get someone out of your house, man. I've been down that road. I ain't gonna do that again. Carlos, all I can tell you, brothers, I love you. Hold down Florida till I get there, man. I love you. Forgive me for saying the name wrong. Kuchi. Does condom use prevent coronavirus containment sexual intercourse? All I tell you is, man, get a vasectomy. Don't have sex. Masturbate in a sock. If you don't like that advice, then do you. Carlos, I've been good. MVRV, she lives in Alaska in her van, laughing. Putting down my state. Well, you already know I don't pander. Guys, I voted for Hillary Clinton, but I'm more like I got a Donald Trump mindset without the meltdown. And what I can tell you is it ain't the great state of Alaska. It's basically the God-forsaken land that we claimed as a state because we didn't want Russia on our border. Alaska is like the North Korea to China. Like, they ain't really with us, but shit, it's better to have Alaska as part of America than Russia on our back door, you know what I mean? Guys, you gotta pay people to live in Alaska, you know what I mean? Down in Florida, the pay scale's so low because you're willing to live there even if they pay lower. Is that good? So, guys, wherever it's shitty, they're gonna supplement your life. But wherever it's great, you're gonna have to pay a little extra. MVRV, I love you. I love Alaska. I love every fisherman in Alaska. I love every hardworking American in Alaska. And I love Alaska. However, I got to be honest with you, it's a disaster. Okay, it's an iceberg that only through global warming has slowly melted. And only because of oil have the petroleum dividend. And only because of NVRV, I'm not totally smashing them as a state. I love NVRV. I got to pander to her a little bit. I do love her. She's a smart woman. She's smart. I love you, NVRV. Forgive me for getting upset with you. We have Midnight Sun. I remember watching that movie with Al Pacino when it was like 12 months of darkness in Alaska. Not because of a power outage. You got like 12 months of darkness. That's crazy. It's paradise in the summer. Now that's all right. I'm good. It's barely paradise. It's not even paradise in the summer in New Jersey. So I know it ain't that good in Alaska, but that's just my opinion. Some people like roommates, and some people like Alaska. I don't like either one. That's true. Xander. Hey, Sam. I'm always impressed how well you speak the truth. Well, thank you. While still respecting differences. Well, I hope I didn't disrespect anyone too bad. You have your own brand of humble wisdom. Well, thank you. Thanks for being you, damn it, Xander. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Traveling van. What's up, man? Tent living and traveling on the motorcycle is where it's about to be at. Okay. What the government says, I'm not mandatory vaccine or nothing. Hey, man, good luck with that. Right now, wherever you camp is going to be illegal because all the campgrounds locked down, man. Live your life, man. But all I can tell you is they said that there's less accidents because of the lockdown. The 3,000 people die per day in car accidents. I lost a friend from a motorcycle accident. Driving a motorcycle is very dangerous. I had a guy came on my channel in the beginning of my channel. He was very pro-gun and pro-motorcycle. He was actually on disability because he got in a motorcycle accident, wasn't wearing his helmet, and he was on disability the rest of his life. And the only thing that gave him sanity was voting for Trump. And like when I pressured him, I said, well, what do you do for a living? And he basically told me, look, it was my own fault. I got into a motorcycle accident and I didn't have a helmet on. Now in Florida, you don't have to wear a helmet. But guys, motorcycle, very dangerous. A motorcycle is like dating a girl with leopard skin clothing. You're basically asking for a divorce. Okay. You're basically asking for total devastation. Driving a motorcycle is like asking to have a roommate. You're basically saying, I want to have fun for a minute, but then destroy my life for eternity. So I tell everyone on a motorcycle, get the hell off the motorcycle. I tell everyone thinking about a roommate, sell your house and live below your means. Do I give you the freedom to do you? Yes. I'm just sharing my opinion. Traveling Man was also laughing about the sock. Good. Thank you, General. I missed the super chat. Damn it. Forgive me for I've sinned. More socks for Samuel. Damn it, brother. I'm doing the best I can to reopen America. Okay. And when I reopen America, what I'm going to do is mandate that everyone go out and buy a sock to masturbate in and to use as a face covering. Just remember, use it as a face covering before you masturbate in it. Or else it's going to smell like some spunk, all right? You know what that smells like. Not too good. Charles, thank you for that. I appreciate that. I'm doing the best I can. Tom, fire emoji. What's happening in Jersey? Lights off. Guys, 86 mile per hour wind gust. We lost all electricity, man. I was walking today in a tornado, man. Almost got blown over, man. Guys, it's a fucking disaster up here, man. To Moscow. Yeah, super. Guys, it's Armageddon, man. Good thing I got protection, man. It's crazy out here. Carlos, fire. I'm going to have to light a fire tonight, see where the hell I'm going. Carlos, don't blame you. It's cold in Canada right now. It's a disaster. I love you. Pluto, I missed the super chat. I'm all worked up, man. Sammy, after finding your channel, you saved my life, bro. I appreciate that. Thank you. Pluto, one is thank you. Shout out to you and Tariq. You saved your own life. God may have used me to spark something in you, but you always had it in you. You will do good when I'm not in your life, and I appreciate what you have done for my life. So thank you, brother. Love and respect to you. Forgive me for seeing the tip late. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I love you, Pluto. You know that, man. And remember, when you have a mental meltdown, remember the President of the United States has a mental meltdown. And what does he do? He shows up the next day. He may even get voted again for in 2020. So just remember, whether you lose $5,000 in an insurance claim, whether you mess up at work, you show up the next day and try to do better. And always keep a level of humility, of grace, of humor, of all those things balanced. I love you, brother. Brent, Alaska has some amazing landscapes. Brent, you know what Florida's got though, man. Florida's got Latino milfs, man. They ain't got that in Alaska. Brent, but I would go, yeah, here we go. But I would only go 3-4 months per year. I hear that. I won't even go for 3-4 minutes. Gerald, bless you, Pluto. He's a great blessing. MVRV, I love you. MVORV, all seriousness, you are a very smart woman. I believe in you. Now, to be honest with you, I think NVRV could be the first president from Alaska. Like, remember, like, how do I never even heard of Alaska before. Who was that girl that ran with John McCain? Who was that girl that ran with John McCain, man? What was her name, man? Sarah Palin. I'm trying to tell you right now, if Sarah Palin almost became the vice president, MVRV, you could be the president. I think you're way more intelligent than Sarah Palin. And I think you could put Alaska on the map. So I'll tell you right now, MVRV, I got a lot of respect for you. BTS, do you know the country of Iraq? I know it, yes. Do you? BTS, I know the country, man. I heard about it. Tomasco, I've lived in areas to 50, 60 north latitude. Way depressing in winter. Guys, I'm in New Jersey. It's a fucking disaster, man. It's no lights, 86 mile per hour wind. BTS, man, come on, bro. We all heard of Iraq, man. Come on, man. Gerald, laughing, asking for a divorce. When you get a roommate, that's what you're asking for, Brent. Not wearing a helmet is crazy. It's a disaster. My yearly retirement plan is 5 months in Florida. I like that. 6 summers in Canada. I ain't mad at that. And 1 month in Southeast Asia. Well, I like some Asian milfs, so I'm not mad at that. Look at my man. Damn, man. This guy over here, man. There's always one guy that wants to run on the football field and get tasered. Oh, I try to be positive. Trying to stay positive. Try not to have a mental meltdown like Trump. So what do? I say goodbye, Nancy Pelosi. Alone. BTS, yeah, total disaster. Norma, mandatory dual function socks. Norma, you're smart. Brent, it's really windy in Toronto tonight. Big storm. Brent, it's coming up your way, man. It just passed here. It knocked out full of lights, man. Pluto, yes, Army. I don't know what he was saying, man. He's gone. Tay, laughing like a chick with leopard skin clothing. You damn right. Any male out there right now, the number one sign you should break up with someone or get a divorce. If the woman you're dating has leopard skin clothing, accessories, I don't care if it's a pillowcase, if it's a shoe, a purse, or a scrunchie in her hair. If it has leopard skin on it, it's a sign that she's a wild animal and cannot be domesticated. Now, for all my girls out there, if you're dating a guy that has the Punisher skull bone emblem on the back of his raised pickup truck, you're basically voting for you're basically marrying the same person who voted for Donald Trump. Okay. And what I can tell you is, just like Donald Trump, your first 2 marriages go into divorce. Okay. Because guys, Donald Trump divorce rate is higher than the death rate of the coronavirus, man. He's been divorced like 2 out of his 3 marriages, man. That shit high as hell. So I tell you, be careful out there, man. It's crazy. Damn it, Tariq, I missed that. Damn it, I missed my brother, Pluto's brother. What's up, Sammy? I'm sorry about that. It's Pluto's Club. Yeah, you guys are owning this shit right now. Much love to you. Damn it, my Floridians out there representing for me tonight. Tariq, shout out to you, man. I love the last name, too. Love the profile picture. You and Pluto. I love you guys, man. Stay positive. Hold down Florida. You, Pluto, my man Carlos, okay, and Brent when he goes down there in the winter. Hold down Florida till I get there. Because I will reopen America. I will be back in Florida. Now, guys, when I'm back in Florida, are chicks going to be on the beach wearing a coronavirus mask? That's crazy, man. But they may. I still have sex with them. Brent. Sarah Palin, she was a disaster. I would have sex with Sarah Palin, though. I would. There's some hot... Guys, you ever see Fox News? There's some hot conservative chicks, man. I would have sex with them. Pluto, buddy, I left that. Tariq. What's up? Oh, here we do cops. Oh, no, that's somebody else. What's up, my Tariq? Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Pluto's laughing, buddy. Oh, man. People coming all up into this, man. Keep it up, Bree. I love you, Sam. I love you, too. I got people pulling up right next to me. It's crazy over here, man. I love you. Keep it up, Bree. Alexander, you got me made, Sam. Socks don't require batteries. That's true. Shout out to all my women out there. Hey, man. Don't remember, all you women out there, ain't nothing wrong with putting some fingers up there, man. Chris. Why are you in New Jersey anyway? To look after my elderly mom. God forbid something should happen. Vlogs. Hey, hope you're well. Cheers from Australia, damn it. Shout out to all my Aussies out there. Tariq. Hablo plata. Norma. Oh, Sam, I needed these chuckles. Good. When you get worked up, I'm worked up tonight. Apathy, I love you. I can afford the mortgage. Good. But I was hoping for someone help by getting a roommate. Nope, just vote for Joe Biden. He'll give you help. I don't think I'll be doing that now. You're damn right. With the whole COVID-19, thank the Lord Jesus. What I can tell you, Apathy, you made the right decision. Vote for Biden and don't get a roommate. You will make this country great again. Tariq, thanks, man. Gerald, I thought Sarah Palin was pretty. I thought she was hot, too. Now, guys, I wouldn't vote for a conservative, but I have sex with one of those conservative Fox News talk girls. They hot as hell. Julia, oh, my Australian girls in the house. Hey, Sam. Bob Wells is encouraging van lifers, totally leading them astray. To disperse camp on BLM. Guys, guys, if I wouldn't have a roommate, I don't want to live in the desert with Bob Wells either. I don't know what's worse. Living in Massachusetts with a roommate or living in the desert with Bob Wells as my campground roommate. Guys, what I can tell you is this. Bob Wells is capitalizing off van life. And even when the country shut down, he's telling people to go out in the middle of the desert. Not my opinion. However, I'm not mad at Bob. I love you, Juliana, all my Australians. Alexandra, what's going on with your beard? Alexandra, what's going on with your profile? How do you look? You probably look ugly. However, that's okay. Alana, I don't need a sock. I dial 0 on the pink telephone. Well, hey, I hear that. Well, bloke, food shortage could be next. Well, hey, guys, all I can tell you is this. In my world, I'm just worrying about a sock shortage. Because eat less, walk more, and live your best life. I gave it the best I got tonight. For some people, it was good enough. For some people, they're always going to question me. They're never going to be happy with me. And do I care? No, because I live below my means. I work. I side hustle. And what else can you do? When you can do that, you can pretty much do whatever you want. So I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the tips. Have a great night. Love to you, Norma. Love to you, everyone. God bless you. And thank you.